This is the plaintiff, Lorna Reed. She says she hired the defendant to be her stylist for the International Model of the Year competition, and the guy left her totally high and dry before the contest. She was shocked and appalled when he told her she was too fat to win before he abandoned her in her time of need. Now she wants the dress he still has of hers, as well as the money she loaned him returned, and is suing for the $1,390 she's owed. This is the defendant, Brandon Atherley. He says he's known the plaintiff for a long time, has nothing to be ashamed of, and is insulted he's being sued here today. Besides, the only thing he has of the plaintiff's is a pair of old blue jeans. Oh, or money? Please. He's accused of crushing a beauty queen's dreams.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Lorna Reed.
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing your former stylist, designer friend, Brandon Atherley.
Yes.
For $1,390 that you say you were out as a result of him breaching an agreement with you to help you get ready for a pageant?
A competition.
Okay, a competition. Okay, tell me what happened.
Well, I contacted Mr. Atherley in the early part of January, February, and I had done the competition. It was the 32nd annual International Model of the Year competition 10 years ago. And at that competition, I won the runway, and actually I lost because of my pictures. I headshot, and
why would you lose because of a headshot in the competition?
Because
and how would you know why you lost?
Because I spoke to the proprietor after, and he told me, like, basically I had high scores on the runway. However, I had lost because my pictures weren't up to par.
How? And now you're a model?
I used to model, yes.
And how long have you been modeling?
I modeled for about 5 to 6 years. And then,
how long ago were you modeling?
Well, this competition that I was in was 10 years ago.
Right. So is that when you stopped, 10 years ago?
No, actually, I did do some other shows throughout New Jersey and New York.
Okay, other than competing in shows, did anybody ever hire you to serve as a model? Did you ever work as a model, I guess?
Yeah, just designers around New Jersey and New York. Yes.
Okay. All right, so you decided you wanted to get back into this?
Well, I just wanted to actually win. It was just something I wanted to do because I've won all of the competitions that Mr. Brett Atherley and myself have ever entered into.
Okay.
He's always been my designer and for these competitions. So, you know, I felt it.
How many of these have you done?
I have done 3, and I won the for Miss Full Figured 2000 to 2000.
Miss Full Figured.
Miss Full
2002, 2003.
2000 to 2001, and then I won the JT pageant.
What's JT?
It's the name of the proprietor.
Okay.
And I won. It's an adult model competition in 2001.
What do you mean adult model?
Well, just adult models, because it also has children models as well.
All right. I know what you were saying, okay? All right, so go on.
And I also am the current reigning Miss Diva 2000 to 2001. I shut down that competition. She hasn't had another competition since.
You shut it down. That's it. There's no point in trying again after you. So you're currently reigning for the rest of your days and eternity, I guess.
Well, actually, as of the other day, she told me she was going to actually bring me out of retirement, and we're going to do the competition.
All right, so you hire him and you're going to pay him what to do this with you?
Well, actually, we didn't come to an agreement as to what was going to be paid. What was said is that, you know, he was going to work with me, and then we were going to figure out how much everything was going to cost, basically around the time of the competition.
What if he ended up with some figure that wasn't what you would have hired him for?
Well, you know,
people always amaze me when they do that, because it's like you just trust that it'll all work out. We have a name for you people. We call you litigants. Right? Because it's not even a matter of having things in writing, which would be nice. It's a matter of just having things clear between you. Because people who say, he said he'd work with me, those are people who don't even have things clear between them. All right, and verbally either. No. All right, so in any event, you decided you're going to work together. And what does working together really mean? What does he do for you?
Well, basically, you know, he actually styles me. We come together on the agreement of what outfits we're going to wear. And, you know, I tell him, he tells me what, you know, I let him create me. I'm like the canvas and he's the painter.
Okay.
Basically. So, because I trusted in his confidence as a designer that he was going to style me and do everything.
You don't actually make the outfits, you design them and somebody else makes them?
I do make the outfits
make
as
the
well,
outfits.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so go on.
So basically in February.
Do you do her hair? Do you do her makeup?
I do her hair,
The whole
her
thing?
makeup, the whole package.
Okay,
yeah.
and have you done this for other people besides her?
Yes.
So what is it you predominantly do, makeup?
No, I am a wardrobe stylist. I'm actually a fashion designer working as a wardrobe stylist.
Okay. So Ms. Reed and you, Mr. Etherly, talk. You come to a decision that you're going to help her on this. And what went wrong?
From the beginning, I had my doubts. You know, we kind of went back and forth. I didn't believe that she wanted to compete in the competition because she did it 10 years prior. She didn't do so well, and I just thought the legacy that she had in New Jersey as a pageant contestant, she should be satisfied with that and not try to come back 10 years later to redeem whatever.
But you didn't say to her, no, I won't work with you. You said, yes, I will.
Well, I asked her why at first. And after we went back and forth, then it was like, okay, you know,
Well,
I've known you for...
What was the answer that satisfied you?
Basically that she wanted to do it. She felt that she had a better chance. She knew what to expect. And, you know, the fact that we've worked together for so many years, I just felt like, okay, we can do this.
Okay, but it's been a long time since you worked with her, right?
It is.
So had you seen her? Like, did you remain friends?
No, we remained friends. We talked, emailed.
Would you actually go out with her? When was the last time you had seen her? And
I don't know. That's a good question.
All right.
It's been some time.
It'd been some time.
It'd been
All right,
some
so
time.
you agree to work with her, and then what went wrong?
Basically, 6 days prior to the event, I realized we were not ready. This was probably the most unprepared that we had ever been as a team for a competition.
Okay, now, how were you seeing her to prepare for the competition? Were you seeing her every day, every other day?
No, I'd seen her maybe about 4 or 5 times.
Okay, and you felt the most unprepared you'd been for a competition. Why? What was wrong?
We had nothing ready. We had nothing agreed upon except the fabric of what she was going to have made.
Okay. And you were going to have it made in 6 days?
I mean, I've done it before.
Okay.
I just called her up 6 days prior to, and I said, look, I don't think you should do this competition. I was already a little leery because this is not a competition that traditionally goes to full-figured women. I told her she has to be 100 times better than the best contestant right now. We talked
Why does she have to be 100 times better? Why can't she just be better?
You know, it was just a figure
By
of speech
definition.
that she needs to be the best.
Okay.
She hadn't done a pageant in 10 years, a competition in 10 years.
What was new? See, it sounds like you're saying I breached a contract because I thought better of it. I need to hear why you did all that to figure out whether you breached the contract or not. Are you just admitting you breached the contract? Or are you saying there's something she did wrong that made her not be ready?
Well, we didn't have a contract to begin with.
Well, you had a verbal one.
Correct.
So I'm trying to understand what you were saying.
No, normally there's a process to getting a contestant ready for a competition.
Why hadn't you done what you needed to do to get her ready then?
There were just circumstances in our personal lives, just life in general, work, family, that was taking up a lot of time.
What did he tell you when he said I'm bailing?
He told me that, you know, he just felt that we weren't ready. And, you know, but that was a decision he made for me. He didn't ask me whether I was ready.
Exactly.
You know, he also...
Last I checked, he's working for you.
Right. You know, he had a Facebook posting that stated that he had other events scheduled for that weekend, that he, you know, basically he threw me to the wolves and so that he could take those events.
You
I
ended
guess
up
because,
not competing, of course.
Yes, I ended
up... Put your hand
up...
down, please. You ended up not... I gave you 18 opportunities to give me a good reason why you should be able to pull out other than, I decided we didn't stand a good chance. Just personal stuff, Judge. You know, I'm exhausted. All right. So now you say you are out what? First of all, what monies did you forward to him at this juncture?
Well, what I did, Your Honor, I had given him, he had called me sometime in around April and said that his bank account was going to close. So he needed to know if I could just give him or loan him like $150. So I said, Brandon, I don't have $150 right there and then, but I'll see what I could do. So I said, because we were friends. We were supposed to be friends also. I said, okay, Brandon, not a problem. He gave me his bank account, and we have Chase. We both have the same
So you
bank.
moved how much into his
So
account?
I actually went and put $100 I loaned him $100 to actually, instead of 75,
$100 went that
I gave
way.
him
What other money went
$100.
that way?
I also gave him $300. He showed me a swatch that he said this is what he wanted. We
you have
had
the swatch?
decided.
Do you have the design? Do you have any proof of anything at all that you did
That I did?
for her on
No.
this? Okay, so go on.
We,
Did you buy fabric?
No, we just.
Did she give you
got-
300? Did she front you $100?
Yes.
Did she front you $300 to purchase fabric?
Yes.
What'd you do with it?
I used it for a personal matter.
Okay, so you didn't buy fabric with it?
No.
Okay, so go on.
Yeah,
Did
so-
you pay him anything more than those $400?
No,
Okay.
I didn't pay him any more than that. Your
Okay.
Honor.
Now there was also a dress. Tell me about the dress that you're suing him for.
Yeah, it was a denim dress. It was a pair of jeans that that I was bought, and then we actually because we turn them into dresses, right? So it's a pair of jeans that you turn into a dress. It was already all he had to do is
Pair of
put
jeans
the
and they cut the inside
they
out.
put all the. They opened it up. It was a brand new pair of jeans. It was already pinned. All I asked Mr. Athlete to do is buy the jersey fabric to put inside the middle.
Okay.
And the dress comes up to here, and also put the jersey fabric at the top.
All right, now you're suing for $250 for gas.
Yes, Your Honor. I live in Trenton, New Jersey, and I traveled to Mr. Athlete about 8 times. And with
Do
the
you have
price,
proof of travel 8 times?
back and forth.
Yeah. Do you have receipts for your gas?
I don't have the receipts. I just have the mileage.
Okay. And the mileage is what?
It's 67 miles. From my house, it takes an hour and
Okay.
28
Now you
minutes.
paid a registration fee to go into. May I see proof of the registration fee?
Sure. And,
And according to you, you paid for some advanced ticket that I guess they make you when you
yeah,
participate.
I had to sell 10 tickets. However, Your Honor, Mr. Blasingame, because it was the last minute, decided to actually take back 5 of those tickets.
Okay. You paid $160 towards ticket sales.
Yeah,
So
and-
you're out $160.
Plus $30.
You're out the $30 registration fee.
Yes, ma'am.
You're out $400.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have a receipt for the gas, but you're certainly out something there.
Yeah.
And you're also suing for mental anguish. Tell me about your mental anguish.
This competition would have allowed me to get a full spread in today's Black Women's Magazine. Not only that, then I would have won a trip to go away to Paris or London, whichever one I
assuming
chose.
you would win, right.
Well, I would have won, Your Honor. I'm that.
I gotta tell you that you are blessed with a full-figured confidence,
I am
okay?
confident.
Because I love that. You can't bottle that. You can't pay for that. That takes a lifetime to achieve. I love that.
Thank you.
Love that.
So,
However, I cannot award you damages based on it, okay?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So why is it that beauty queens just can't let it go?
I think because they are insecure and they think that through their kids they can get to the
Or themselves, because sometimes they just can't let it go.
They try to hang on to that beauty because they're just so insecure about themselves now, and it's just let it go and don't do it to your children. Just don't.
What do you think?
I think that they just wanted to continue running in the family. Just let it go. That's all you have to do. Just let it go.
Not that easy, apparently, going inside the courtroom.
he also called me fat. He said, well, you're fat and you didn't lose any weight for this competition and I can't work with you and I'm not a miracle worker and you're too thick, blah, 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 blah. And, so that was also another reason that he gave to me why he decided that he wanted
Mr.
to pull
Adley,
out at the last minute.
I'm just curious because seriously, when you're hired as a stylist, you work with what you have. I don't get where you come off telling her, we're not ready. You're not going to, whether you told her you're fat, you didn't lose the weight, whether that's what you said. And I sort of expected you to say, well, Judge, part of the plan was she would lose X and she didn't. But you never said that. So, there's absolutely nothing coming out of your mouth that would justify you as a stylist making the call that hey, you know what? You're not competing. I just don't get it. You're hired to be a stylist. Just do your job.
She wasn't prepared.
All righty. I find you're entitled to all the money that you laid out for the contest because I find he breached and I've heard absolutely nothing that would give him a right. That's $160 plus $30. I find that you're entitled to the $400 that he spent on his bills instead of spending on your fabric or anything related to the contest. I find that you're entitled to something for the gas, and therefore I'm going to order him to pay you $750 for your damages, and you get back
Oh, she
what
can have
poses
this
as
too.
a dress. What is in there?
It's a dress, I think.
Ms. Reed, I suggest you pick a better stylist in the future. Okay.
Let's see what the fashion designer has to say about coming out on the losing end of this case here in the People's Court. What's your feeling here?
You know, it's a learning experience. It is what it is.
What have you
I
learned?
stand by my opinion that she was not ready, and I'm going to just continue to do what I do, which is make people look beautiful.
So you think you're walking out here saying you think you acted as a friend toward her?
Yes.
Okay, friend, right down this way. All right, come on in here. That man who just went around the corner, you consider him a friend?
Not anymore, yeah.
Was he acting as a friend when he told you that he didn't think you were going to win? Or
Well, I
that
don't
was
think.
friendly?
No, I don't think that he was acting as a friend. If that was the case, then we should have had that conversation way before 6 days before the competition was over.
Mm-hmm. How humiliating was it to you when he tried to keep you from competing, tell you shouldn't?
Well, it was very humiliating because, I had to now then go to the proprietor who I've known for years and tell him, well, I can't compete. And that in itself was embarrassing because how do you tell somebody that 6 days before the
You
competition?
going to go out there and compete again?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to take a while to get over this,
Okay, let's go to Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, and since he didn't understand this, let me make it clear. She has a right to be humiliated if she's not prepared. His duty is simply to perform the service. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.